Today, it's time to get schooled. And speaking of today, did you know that on this day, April 3rd, 1968, on the eve of what would be his assassination, civil rights leader Martin Luther King Jr. delivered his mountaintop speech in Memphis, Tennessee. Speaking in support of striking sanitation workers, King's words still inspire. Let us rise up tonight with a greater readiness. Let us stand with a greater determination, and let us move on in these powerful days, these days of challenge, to make America what it ought to be. We have an opportunity to make America a better nation. Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead. I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain, and I've looked over, and I've seen the promised land. I may not get there with you, but I want you to know tonight that we, as a people, will get to the promised land. Mine eyes have seen the glory of the coming of the Lord. What seems to be the powerful lesson of this little tale is that Disraeli was right. With words we govern. There have been many speeches that have defined who we are and what we stand for. They are worth reviewing. Check out Washington's farewell address. Andrew Jackson on nullification sternly promoted union. Lincoln's Gettysburg Address recast our creed. Franklin Roosevelt's first inaugural address reminded us the only thing we have to fear is fear itself. JFK's first inaugural, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. King's I Have a Dream speech is more than iconic. Read it. Two personal favorites, Jesse Jackson's keynote speech at the Democratic National Convention in 1984 and Barack Obama's keynote speech at the Democratic National Convention in 2004. The message of these speeches can be summed up in three words: faith, hope, and love. Words matter, especially when they spur human agency. It's PROLOG with MR.REVIEW. It's a podcast that is actively digging tons of earth to find an ounce of gold, striving for a more perfect union.